today what we did is try to test a few of the different video generation softwares that are available on the market. Those are Sora, Kling, and Runway. In my experience, generally Sora tends to go a little bit off the rails and crazy with all of his prompts. Runway tends to be a little bit more muted, but also quicker, and Kling, while it tends to be really good, it also takes a long time and it costs a little bit more. So let's see how all these go. First, what I did was use ChatGPT to generate the prompts for the images. And then I used a local focus program that's focus with 3 O's in it, so maybe it's focus program on my computer using Stable Diffusion to generate the images. First image was of a ship in a storm. Second image was a wanderer in the middle of the desert. Third image was a wolf howling at the moon. Fourth was a neon futuristic cityscape. And the fifth image was a war-torn or battle-scarred warrior out on the battlefield. After I generated all the images using Focus, I started putting the images into the various software and putting the images into pretty little amount of time. Runway was done obviously first. That's really a quick software. That was done in just a few minutes. Had all 5 of the images generated pretty quickly. Sora, since I was on, I think, casual mode, I've used up all of my turbo credits on that. It took a little bit longer, but not too bad. And Kling took in the neighborhood of about 10 minutes to get all of the different videos generated. So what I'm going to do is show you all the different videos that came out of this. I have 2 for each of Sora's on this, just because it's very, very easy just to have Sora generate 2 images or 2 videos at once. I think you can do that with the other software as well, but this is just a little bit easier, so I went ahead and accepted the 2 videos and downloaded both of them. As crazy as Sora tends to get with some of this, sometimes you need to get those 2 videos just to get enough usable footage. So here are the results. Okay, I'm looking at these for the first time. Looks like Runway is very basic, very cartoony. Looks like something stop motion almost. 10-second animation. Now Sora, definitely I love a wave there, but then it splits to go to a different scene, which it almost always does. The lightning also doesn't move. There's another Sora version, and this one looks pretty cool. I like the clouds, but you have to really, really flip it up to have anything you can use, and also the lightning stays in the sky. Kling looks really good, but it also switches scenes. On this one, Runway, basically, it's Runway. I mean, it's very basic. The cloth looks like it's something out of a video game from the 90s. In Sora, it looks good, but it lacks some form. I mean, it looks like he should be in a bell tower or someone. Although the colors look good. This is another Sora version where the wrinkles look good, but there's something really weird going on with the footsteps in the sand. So that's odd. Now in Kling, I don't know if he just has a lot of caffeine in his system or what. At Runway here, the wolf, I think it got frozen. And it looks like the wolf maybe is Forrest Gump's best friend, talking about what kind of shrimp it can get. Sora, it looks like it took the first image, goes to the suggestion, and then it's some kind of a, I don't know, a Dr. Seuss book after that. And this is another one of the wolves that definitely needs an Adderall, or maybe had Adderall. Jumping all around is some kind of a Chihuahua wolf. Now this wolf on Kling looks like it's losing a snowball fight from some invisible wolf. Neon City, they all looked pretty good on this one. I think there was a... See, his head's on backwards, and there's obviously going to be a few little glitches. And looks like Raiden's there in the background here. Mortal Kombat starting in just a minute. It's kind of complicated as to which direction their heads are going. And Sora, well, it's Sora. This one's actually one of the more subtle I've seen Sora, other than the fact their feet seem to be switching back and forth which direction they're going. Kling is great, except for the fact I think that train took out about 100 people. The warrior, Runway, actually I really like the subtlety of Runway. Now this is probably something I'd use, just because it doesn't go too over the top. It almost just looks like a living picture, which is one of the old school. Sora's, I love that. I love the fact that he has 2 swords now. They gave him an extra sword, and him kind of charging through the battlefield. And then this one again from Sora. Looks good, but it looks like the camera didn't really know what it was supposed to focus on. Maybe it thought it was this breastplate that it was supposed to really big in on. Kling looks great, except for the fact if you look at his mask, it looks like it's made out of cardboard during part of it. Now let's get into the winners. For the wolf, I gave it to Kling just because at least he's moving, even though it looks like he's in a snowball fight. Or the Neon City, even though the train goes through the crowd, I like the way this scene looks a little bit better. Even though this thing had a cardboard mask, I like Kling's version of the night as well. The Desert Nomad, even though it looks like he has a little bit of a hump on his back, at least this looks realistic and it had footprints. The Stormy Sea, Kling just looked by far the most realistic. So those are the winners. Kling wins overall, but Sora did pretty decent. Though none of them were perfect, none of them were ideal. It's still a work in progress, and every month this stuff gets a little bit better. Let's see how, 2 months from now, all of these things still stack up.